hi to everybody. Hi, my name's Silly. Hi, I'm Silly. I look after my mom. I always want to be on with my mom. Yep, say hi. That was Silly Kid. Yeah. So today is May 24th, Thursday. It's about 9:30 in the evening. Glare on the glasses. So as you can tell from my mood, today was a really great day. I have, starting off with, I slept pretty good last night. A little bit of neuropathy in my legs, but my neuropathy feels like sunburn or friction. Yeah. So, but it's not horrible. I took a couple of Advil and it seemed to help. I'm really loud tonight. Sorry. I've just had a really great day. I feel actually pretty good. So I'm kind of excited. Anywho, so yeah, and I had a pretty decent sleep. I went to go to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah, I guess 8:30 last night. Excuse me. And I couldn't fall asleep. Not because had insomnia. I was tired, but I wasn't ready to sleep yet. So I just kind of stayed up with Silly in the bed because Sil was up in the bed with me. I had some private time with my kid. I sat there and had a big chat about, you know, when she first came to be with mom and, told her story because I do that with my kids. I tell them how they came to be living with us. So had that and a snuggle and some kisses and hugs, and then I was on my phone for a little bit, and then I thought, oh, I'm starting to feel a little tired. Oh, and Jones came up and hung out with us. Excuse me. So yeah, and then I slept through the night. I woke up a couple of times. I had to go to the bathroom, of course, always. Um, but oh, excuse me, goodness me. Um, yeah, so I slept through the night pretty much. I woke up a few times. And then finally at around, oh geez, I guess it was around 5, I finally got up out of bed. And I was like, holy macaroni, it's 5 o'clock. I was like, yay, it's 5 o'clock. Because I'm usually getting up at 3, 4. So it was a pretty good thing. So I think I got a good solid 5 hours, I think. I mean, it wasn't solid right through, but I had 5 hours of sleep. So anyway, that's enough about the sleep. Today was sunny and warm. Yesterday, unfortunately, I did some driving and stuff like that, and I was very hot. I still wasn't 100% yesterday. In the afternoon, I was feeling a little bit better, but anyway, today, excuse me, I think the humidity is playing a factor in this because it was a little humid out today. Not super humid, but it was humid. I don't know what the temperature was. Probably about 28, I would think. So anyway, went out this morning and did a couple of things. Went to Walmart. Oh, like I said, I have neuropathy in my feet. Now, to explain to you what neuropathy in my feet feels like, since I'm very descriptive and tell everybody everything. Neuropathy for a normal person, or sorry, what neuropathy feels like to me going through chemo, because it is a side effect. To put it into layman's terms, or so you guys could understand a little bit better, it feels like if you have like really thick skin on, let's say, your heels or your balls of your foot or your toes, like a corn or something like that. So you touch it and you can feel like a little bit of a pressure, but you can't really feel your finger on there. Your finger can feel your foot, but your foot can't feel your finger. That's what it feels like all over my whole foot. So I have to be very careful because I could stub my toe. I could step on a nail. And I don't think I would know. So I had to be very careful with that. I'm hoping, really hoping, that this does not stay. I'm hoping that it's just the last of the side effects I'm experiencing. So, to recap, I had chemo a week ago today. So 7 days. So the first day is Thursday. I was fine. Friday I was fine. Saturday day I was fine. Saturday night I started to feel a bit of the leg issue, the leg pain. By Sunday, full into it. Full into the whole leg pain and excruciating pain, that kind of thing. Sunday night, Sunday night was excruciating pain. Monday, kind of like the DTs, I believe, or I think I still had pain. Tuesday, maybe Tuesday was the DTs. Anyway, it's all in my video blog. I'm going to have to review it so when I write my vlog, my blog, geez, I'll get everything straight. But that's why I do the video thing, because I'm going to be rehashing that in writing as well. Anyway, so that was the side effect of today. Still have the radiation ball, not as bad, but I'm still having issues when I swallow food. I don't have to chew it up as fine as I did before. I probably should get in the habit of doing that. But yeah, so it's not too bad. My friend Andrea came to see me today, and it was lovely to see her. Oh, just lovely. I haven't seen her in so long, and it was just, a breath of fresh air to have someone come over and just sit and talk about stuff. And as we all know, I love to talk, so I did most of the talking. But she did get me caught up with what's going on in her life, and, in summer, and blah, 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 blah. It was just great, just talking about stuff. I miss that. So it was lovely. We sat outside. It was a beautiful day. Excuse me. Rich was smoking some eggs. I don't know. He likes to cook. Cooks weird stuff. Everybody loves his cooking. I don't like the smoking. I don't like the smoker. No, I don't like anything out of the smoker. It just, to me, it just tastes like smoke and cigarette ashes. And yes, I do know what cigarette ashes taste like because I used to smoke and they used to sometimes go into my mouth. So there. Anyway, when I was talking to Andrea today, I always say I don't really have anything on my bucket list, right? I don't have a bucket list, so to speak, but there is one thing that I like, and I'm sure there'll be more things, because I try and do everything that I want to do now, in the now. I don't wait. If I wanted to go skydiving, I go skydiving. I don't want to go skydiving. I'm terrified of heights. But, even zip lining, no, can't do that. What I'd like to do, I really love to do, is to see the Nutcracker. So I'm hoping in December next year I can go see the Nutcracker. It's very expensive though. I want to see the one at the NAC. I would love to see that. So I have seen one before, and it was okay. But I want to see the one at the NAC. I do believe it is the Winnipeg Ballet. That I'm going to see that this year. Yeah. I won't eat for a week. That's fine. I want to see that. So anyway, that's one thing I want to do. The other thing I like to do, and I've always wanted to do this, I wanted to do this the last time I had cancer, when we had a cancer party, but it rained and poured and it was icky out. And I never really got a chance to do this, and I kind of kicked myself in the butt, but I want to do those Japanese lanterns, where you like the little tea light and just Google Japanese lanterns, you'll know what I mean. I see commercials for them all the time, but people for freedom, retirement, I don't know what the hell it was. But anyway, I'd like to get a group of my friends together. Anybody who wants to come, we'll pick a date. maybe when I'm done chemotherapy, I hopefully will be done in September, if everything goes to plan. And I know it cannot. It can change right down the line. But maybe even before I'm done chemotherapy. Just over in the park, there's a park over here by where I live. See, I'm pointing that way. That way. Cedarcroft Park. Could go there maybe. Or maybe down Blair Road, at the end of Blair Road, where the Ottawa River is. We can go there, but I would like to do that. I would like to release the Japanese lanterns up into the air. The freedom and love and all that hatred and all that anger, and I just want to do it. I've always wanted to, so I'm going to do it. You know, you only live once, and you don't know if you'll be here tomorrow. So, so I also want to touch on the death thing. 11 minutes. Okay, I'll try and wrap it up quick. The death thing. So, I joke about death a lot, and people get really upset with me because I've been faced with something that is, incurable or terminal, however you want to look at it. Rich fights me on that one because it's just words. Terminal is like within less than 12 months to live, and incurable could be many years or past a year, and it's treatable. Excuse me. So, I'm doing a lot better now. I've everything was coming at us like at 180 miles an hour, and there was so much in my head. And like I said last week, I had to back away. Oh, got a little bit of pain in my foot. Oh, jeez, a sharp pain. God, not the hobbling pain, just like a sharp pain in my little toe bone right up in my foot. It should go. Wait a minute. Oh boy, I better just not touch it and just stretch it out. Wow, and stretch it out. Oh, good grief. It's like a cramp in your bone. Anyway. Excuse me for a minute. God, that drives me insane. So anyway, and I'm sure it bugs you guys the most because you got to sit and listen to me constantly horking up whatever the hell it is, clearing my throat. Okay, so death. Let's talk death. Not really, but now, like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I hear hissing. Hold on, I gotta put my glasses on. Is somebody out the window? Everything okay over there, hey, Annie? Is there something there? Oh, the light would come on, wouldn't it? Yeah. All right. Okay, so I always, okay, back it way up. Okay, so we get this diagnosis, and it's, shocking to say the least. It's been hard to digest it and stuff, but I mean, it's been a couple weeks now. Since, well, yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I had the meeting with the surgeon and stuff, and we've got the lowdown on what's going on, and both lungs and blah, 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 blah. So up until like a week ago, everything's been coming at us 80 miles an hour, or 180 miles an hour, really. And last weekend was a lot for me, and I had to really step back, a lot of emotions. And I have to admit that my emotions are very much on the surface right now, and so be it. I'm going through quite a bit, and I realize that, and I'm not floating my own boat here and saying, oh, I'm great or anything, but it's a lot. So of course you're going to be emotional, and certain things, you'll watch that, like the Hallmark card commercial, you start crying, that kind of thing. Certain songs on the radio make me tear up and stuff. But for the most part, I stepped back because I had to. Everything was just too much. I think I'm a little bit more coherent now. I couldn't think of words and stuff. It was just like too much. So you have to do what you have to do for yourself to make yourself better.
or manageable. So I had to step back and just say, whoa, everything needs to slow down. All the medical shit's going to keep coming, but you want to know what? I'm going to take it one day at a time. I'm not going to think ahead. I'm going to like back it right off, and I'm going to stop all these thoughts in my head and everything racing. What do I do here? What do I do? Blah, 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 blah. That's what it was like in my head, like all these voices. I mean, I'm not insane. Well, that's need to be said, but all these voices in your head saying, "You got to do this. You got to do that. What about this? What about that?" Blah, 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 blah. And that's exactly what it was like in my head, like 80 miles an hour or 180 miles, not 80, 180 miles an hour of all these voices of blah, 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 blah. And you can't sleep, and you're constantly like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what about this? What about that? What about, where do I go? What do I? And that's how you feel. You feel like you're being pulled in all these different directions. So what you have to do is go, stop, point, look. Sorry, it's a thing from back home, from the crosswalk. I've been doing it since I was 15. Anyway, what you have to do is say stop, step back, and let everything run in front of you. And then you say, oh, this is what I'm going to deal with today. Everything else can keep running around in that circle. Okay? On the outside, well, you're on the outside looking in. Everything's still going to stay there. It's all going to be there tomorrow. It's not going to just disappear. So right now you're going to go and pick one thing, and this is what you're dealing with today. And that's what I did. And you also have to stop and have fun. You have to stop. I mean, everything is very serious. It's like you've been dealt this card, this hand, and you're like going, shit, how do I play it, right? So you need to put the cards down, and you need to run with scissors. You need to go and try on wigs and laugh with your friend. You need to dance on the front lawn while everybody looks at you like you're insane. And you're like, that's right, I'm freaking insane. I don't give a shit. These are the things you need to do for yourself to deal with what you've been given. And I'm so lucky that I have someone, a partner in my life, who lets me do that, lets me be crazy, lets me hang out of the car window going, "Rah!" You know? And that might not be your thing. Your thing might be, I don't know, you want to jump rope, and that's what makes you happy. Then go jump rope, okay? Even though you're exhausted from the chemo. Wait a few days. But or I'm going to start painting again because I love painting. I love painting. I love sewing. So I've picked out some fabric. I'm going to make those kerchief things for my head. Once I stepped back, it started to become clearer. And that's the only thing that I can say to anyone going through this. Everything is coming at you like gangbusters, and you need to stop it. I know it's way easier said than done. Trust me, I know. I deal with anxiety at the wahoo on a daily basis. So I know what it's like to have all this stuff be so overwhelming. I'm an admin assistant or executive assistant or whatever you want to call me. And I have an bit of accounting background. My job is to make my boss organize. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Whew. Excuse me. Oh, good grief. Excuse me. If I did a third one, it means someone's going to kiss me. Oh. Anyway, you'd think I'm not high. I'm not on anything. I just had a really great frickin' day. I feel good. And trust me, after the last, 4 or 5 days, I'm celebrating. I had a cupcake. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be eating all this really great food, but I had a cupcake. Frick it. I'm having a cupcake. Cupcake. Anyway, red velvet. So anyway, as I was saying, you need to you're the only one who, to a point, you're the only one in control. The medical stuff, you're in control as to what you want to have happen. If you don't want to have chemo or you don't want to go through any treatment, you have that control. However, the disease, you have no control over the disease right now. It's inside of you. It's, doing whatever. And that's enough to make anyone go crazy as well, because it's just like, oh my God. It's that initial cancer diagnosis, and especially the second time, because the second time is usually incurable or it's terminal. And it's just, you automatically think death sentence, I'm dying. And that's what I did. I'm dying. And I am. And so are you. I'm not being morbid. Everybody is. And I've said this more than once, that I'm just going to not live as long as I was normally going to. And who knows? Maybe I wasn't going to live until like 60. Maybe it's, 5 years from now, you get hit by a car. But anyway, as I was saying, what you need to do is you need to slow it down. And you are in control of that. Of your head and your thought process. You're in control of that. So you need to stop, step back, and pick one thing at a time to deal with. And trust me, it gets better. It gets clearer. It's not like all these things in your head, you're starting to sort them out one at a time. And like I said, as an admin assistant or an executive assistant, you do this. I did this for my bosses. I did this for the people that I work with. Make sure that they're organized, that they have everything. I try to be proactive. I can't be proactive right now, but that's okay. And it's also about control. So you need to gain a little bit of control in your life because everything else seems to be out of control. So step back and deal with one thing at a time, one day at a time. I know it's easier said than done. I'm living proof. And I'm sure I'm going to get all discombobulated. Hi, honey. Oh, he's making fun of me because I'm using my hands. But I can't stress enough how you need to step back. And it's hard. It's really hard to do it. Because if you have kids, and I don't have human children, but I have my cats and they're my kids. And I treat them like they're my human children, as if they were. And you think about, what if I'm not here for them? My husband, what if I'm not here? Who's going to find his keys? Who's going to find his hat? You work in this partnership together for 23 years and then, but you got to stop doing that. Yeah, that's inevitable, yes. But right now, you got to stop doing that. You need to start today, thinking about today and what you're going to accomplish today. I'm going to pay the hydro bill. Great. That's a goal. That's an accomplishment. You did it. Check it off. Boom. Done. Thumbs up. You can't be like, oh my God, I got to pay this. I got to do that. So that's the only thing I can say. I step back and I feel a lot better. A couple of days ago when I was in pain, I was just like, holy cow. But throughout the whole thing, I never gave up. And that's the key. Do not give up. I know I'm all happy and high on life today, or red velvet cupcake, but don't give up. You're going to go through pain. It's going to be hell. And I've said this right from the beginning. You have to go through hell. Where's my finger? You have to go through hell to get to heaven. And I don't mean that literally, as in like you're going to die. You have to go through hell to get better. Because when it's all over and said and done, you're going to be okay. That's all. That's it. That's all. So, anyway, we also, I forgot to say, we also had a friend of Rich's stop by, a friend of ours, Steve. He brought me magazines and a book. And this book is really cool. Because I like to blog and I like to write, right? And I also like to vlog. But it's like
Writing what you know. Sorry, I'm putting that really close to my face because I'm blind without my glasses. It's like writing what you know. How to turn personal experience into publishable fiction, nonfiction, and poetry. I don't know if I'll ever get published, but that's the book. I thought that was really sweet. From a guy. And he brought me a whole bunch of girly magazines too. Not just like a cat magazine. You know, Catster. A guy did this. I would expect this from a chick, a girlfriend, but I just thought, wow, that's pretty cool, man. Like really cool. So, thanks, Steve. That was awesome. Really, that was really, really freaking awesome. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. I had a really great day. Hopefully I'll have a great night. Touch wood. Tomorrow I'll go see my thrombosis guy, Dr. Lowe, whatever. Yeah, that's right. I don't know his name. He's new. Dr. Roger is away. He's my number one thrombosis guy, but he's away teaching. So, in some foreign country or something. I'm going to find out tomorrow. Inquiring minds want to know. What happened to Dr. Roger? Anyway, so I have that tomorrow, and that's about it. It's supposed to be rainy and stuff, so I just might. I know I said I was going to work on my wig, but I think I have some time on that. I don't really feel like working on it right now, like that one I was going to make. But I think I might pull out my painting. There's a picture I have in my head that I want to paint. And it's in regards to this whole effort that I'm facing right now. And yeah, I think I might do that. Maybe spend the weekend painting. Why not? Oh, God, right. I have to tell you guys about my temp agency. Oh, before I go. Oh, shit, I'm at 30 minutes. 27. I'll be quick. Okay. So I left work on a sick leave on May 8th. That was my last day because that's when I was told what was going on and everything. So I ended up by calling up the agency and telling them that I'd be taking a sick leave, a medical leave from my contract. I didn't say I was quitting. I didn't say how long I would be off for. Nothing like that. I just said that I was going to be taking a medical leave. So, fine and dandy. Last week, on my last pay, they didn't issue my ROE, so I sent them an email. And the email was to the head of accounting and saying, hey, where's my ROE? As you well know, I'm going to be on a medical leave that I've had to... I'm going on a medical leave. I never said I was quitting. Never said I wouldn't finish my contract. I just said that I was going on a medical leave, and they never asked me how long for, nothing. Now, my boss, he knew, like, he knows what's going on, of course. So he called up the agency because he needed someone to replace me. And we all know that the girl that used to work for us last summer came back, and the whole business, and that was fine and dandy. So I get an email back saying, oh, yeah, sorry, our ROEs are done like on Wednesdays, and so you'll have to wait till next Wednesday. And I'm like, okay. But you knew I was leaving anyway? Okay, fine. I've already put in my claim for sick benefits and stuff like that. So this Wednesday, yesterday, I go on my Service Canada account, and sure enough, there's my ROE. Great. I open it up, and they put down that I quit my job and that I was going to be receiving chemotherapy, and that's why I had to quit, and I cut my contract short. Oh, but there was no misconduct. I lost it. I was, okay, when you're going through something like this, your emotions, like I said, are right on the surface, right? Well, hell, I became irate.
absolutely like, excuse me? I've done ROEs. I'm not a full, oops, my back light came on. Sorry, I was just seeing if there is an animal back there. So I do ROEs at my work. I do payroll and stuff like that. I'm not an HR, like a full-on HR person, but I do know some stuff. And one thing I do know is they can't do that. They can't put personal confidential information on your ROE for anybody to see. Service Canada or not. Service Canada can ask me for my doctor's note, but they can't ask why. It would be the same as if they were to phone up my doctor and say, hey, Brennan's on medical leave. Why? And the doctor would say, oh, well, she's got cancer or, whatever. They can't do that. The doctor is under confidential. Anyway, you get the point. So I sent them an email and I was livid. So I was very stern in my email, but I didn't threaten because you don't threaten. But it was like, okay, people, this is not right. I had the whole email trail. So there was no debunking it or anything. You guys were wrong. Change it. I want it revised to say medical leave, because I never said that I was quitting my contract. I could come back, and I said that. I could come back to the contract. I'll let you know when. Because I could. Maybe my next session is going to be perfect and I can go back to work. Who's to say, right? Right. So anyway, I posted on Facebook, as you guys already know. And I got some internal messages from people in regards to labor lawyers. So I had a name of someone if I needed to go that route. But I thought I would give the company and the chance to correct their wrong. So this morning I saw that my email was read at like 7:45, which is before they even start. And I got a reply back within 15 minutes from the person who actually did my ROE, because I sent the email to the head of accounting for the temp agency. So this person, the clerk, apologized. I got an apology letter and it was resubmitted and I was correct. They shouldn't have done that. And I'm pretty sure the person got into a lot of trouble, because anyone in HR knows that you can't do that. So anyway, if Service Canada wants to know what's going on, they can call me. And if I want, I can tell them what's going on, why I'm sick. But they usually don't, because it's a Privacy Act issue. Your medical condition